That was nice of you. Thanks.
This is good. I like Razor pick. There's not too many options that were left in the pool for Team Liquid to pick. They needed a hero against the Timbersaw. He usually just likes the...
And the other synergy that we've been watching with the Keeper of the Light, you continuously use Chakra, and you get the cooldown reduction for the Terrorblade, so Metamorphosis comes up a lot faster. Here comes the push from TNC. They'll go straight into the Illuminate. Gabby, as well as Tim, taking a lot of damage, but Shadow takes more. He will fall. Gabby trying to run out. Kuro actually stole 24 strength, so he's hitting real hard against Gabby with the Illuminate. GH and Kuro get some revenge. It's 85 damage that Kuro does per hit.
The combination of the Strength Steal with that massive damage from the Coddle Blast. Yeah, you'll be able to find kills, but...
They're going again. Tims wants to really stay on top of Shadow. While Metamorphosis is down, he wants to fight, but there's the Coddle Blast again, connecting into Tims and Gabby. Kuro is just getting really up in the face of Ninja Boogie. He's got stick charges available with the help of GH. One more Decay, and then the Rum. They got him. They actually get the kill on the Lich. He was down to almost... He had 272 life, but Shadow's up too far once again. But right now, we're turning this into the Undying Core. He runs in after the Tuskar. Tuskar will get into the trees and be able to salve up.
This is still fine if you're TNC, though. I think that you're comfortable with your draft, and you're going to hit this point in the mid-game before the Razor has a BKB, where any X in a few rotations will find kills incredibly consistently.
GH is dead. They waited for Juggernaut to be in range for the spin before they let the Frost Blast of Ninja Boogie go.
Bottom lane.
Yep, Timbersaw. Gonna work with the Tuskar to try and bring down Mind Control. You've got the Warcry. They have stuns available, and that's the reason why Mind Control just doesn't TP away from this. He understands it. He's just got to juke him up. A Stormbolt is available, and maybe on the back of that, no, he only stuns the Timbersaw. Coming closer to the Ancient Prowlers, cannot get in range. And now they'll just Efficiency Shrine with Armel.
They don't want another scenario like
Ice, Ice, Ice.
Exactly.
There's that fight again where Shadow was able to get it off at the perfect shard block.
Really fortuitous level 6 as well.
We're back live. Oh, he does not want GH holding this one back. Armel's going to arrive. The Frost Shield's up. 4 heroes from TNC. They've taken the Tier 1 tower on bottom, and while you wanted to avoid the whole situation where you lost Tier 1 and Tier 2 tower within the first 10 minutes, it's still pretty much close to happening the same way. Stormbolt up on top. Kuro wants to fight. Tombstone being dropped, but Matumba, can they actually catch up to the Timbersaw? His mana's low. Soaring will give him a little bit more. He's going to chain back down. No! He misses the chain. He'll stay with the rest of Liquid. Now you can drop the ship. It'll hurt a lot, but then again, Warcry negated a large portion of that damage. The Tombstone is brought down. They'll get the... Actually, no! Kunkka denies the top tower. Good money. Protected by TNC. All that bonus damage that he had, the 42 damage, was actually just given to the Razor. Mid lane is also being dived by Timbersaw, but it's top lane. They want the kill on Mind Control. Warcry. So much extra life turns for the Stormbolt. Armel's lost that extra protection. Meanwhile, Kuro was trying to TP in, killed off by the Timbersaw in the mid lane. And Tuskar wants to fight more. X marks the spot. Chain Frost coming off cooldown right now. They are ready to throw it into this Ven, but Keeper of the Light, Illuminate flies forward. It connects into the creep waves. They won't have a lot of support, and the Ignis trying to give Mind Control that more space. He's got the 21 charges. The Chain Frost is now worn off, even going to bounce down towards GH, and Mind Control, one more attack. He actually gets the kill into Ninja Boogie in the blinding light. It makes it so difficult for them to actually get the proper punch forward. Mind Control just lives so much, but the Snowball will finally put him down. Even with the Coddle Blast from GH, he can't do enough. He can Chakra up, but it's just not enough life. While mid lane, Gabby and Rior, they have not let up on this push. Now, Liquid were farming up inside the jungle. They weren't looking to try and take Roshan, because they didn't have the items they needed. Manda has only just been delivered. Blink is now only just on Sven. And they will have to look to have a good fight against TNC, and TNC will oblige.
This is what you want, though. Gabby, look at where he's cutting mid. He's so aggressive. You want Timbersaw now on the bottom area of the map. Just continue cutting these waves. Once they're dead, cut the map. And that's exactly what they're doing right now.
They're running forward. The Shadow Blades are out, so is the smoke. It's going to break on Tim's. GH with the haste ring comes around the back of him, but it's the Timbersaw looking for the initiation. You'll separate up from Razor, makes the combination difficult to get with the Undying Tombstone and Decay. Maybe Team Liquid have the strength to fight this. Everyone gets War cried up. They're focusing down down Armel, trying to bring down this Kunkka. They can't do the damage, especially when he's protected by Snowball. Now Chainfrost flying forward, goes back down to Mind Control, is trapped down here with the cause, but then again, you've already lost your Kunkka. They did the damage. Gabby, Omnislash, over on the side. Where's your Lifesteal? Where's your Sunder? He couldn't even get it off. There was no target that properly presented itself. Timbersaw, there's no tree to hook onto, and Liquid will back up. It was a 1-for-1, and they need to repair their bottom lanes.
This will allow him just more sieging power. If you use it on the Juggernaut, use it offensively, all of a sudden a lot of these heroes just go down to negative armor.
I love the build from GH. He's done it again. Gabby, very aggressive up on the top. It's roll, blinding light, push him back, trying to protect their Sven as much as possible. This 3 position needs to be the front line tanker. And Kuro's looking to steal all that strength, make it easier to find the kill, but Mind Control, they force off him, but the wrong direction. They need to push him in. Matumberman stealing a large chunk of damage out of Gabby, but with the Chain Frost, Sven's already gone down. The Ignis buys a little bit more time. It's up on the hill, so it's not a great position for TNC to get in there and fight. It's just non-stop coddle spam, but it's better when you X marks the spot, pull back in Kuro. Man, they really hate that Undying. He's just making it difficult to keep the life.
Oh, they're going to X him back. Nice. This is so smooth from TNC. They're playing this game very fast. They look to end this now.
Look at it. The fact that Shadow has still not returned. His TP scroll is available, but the rest of Liquid, it says, just don't come back.
But he's not at a tower yet. He's not actually applying pressure on the map. And Gabby...
Oh, Kuro. He's going down. Soul Ripple's on cooldown for 1 second. He will take a fall. Metamorphosis is up, the Terrorblade can
Shadow's
fight.
Still not on the lane.
It's like they just don't want him there. Coddle pushed in, great Force Staff in, and he couldn't get himself away. No buyback available because he spent the money. Now Shadow will join the fight, but is this too little too late? Matumman, there goes the Aegis Immortal, timing out, so Gabby is now actually vulnerable. Not to mention Matumman stealing over 200 damage, ready to inflict it. Mind Control stuns off cooldown in 2 seconds time. He wants a good target. It's Armel, but the sharp block from Tims. Liquid can't chase the target they want. They've got a Timbersaw. That's the worst target for them. At least Matumman's got some extra damage to try and break through him. The Tims, Snowball, looking for the save. He'll actually end up rolling over towards Matumman, who does bring down the Timbersaw. Ninja Boogie, ready to fight. Omni Slash is up, bouncing through. It's with all the creeps, however. Kunkka finally going to be brought down. Gabby goes into the spin. Matumman with a triple kill. Unbelievable sustain, unbelievable damage. And Gabby, he's got no way to get out of this. No, he does! The Manasile dodges the Stormball. They thought they had that one in the bag. Gabby will run as fast as he can. Healing wards available. This will give some more life. Underneath the Observer Ward, he's got the information. He runs close to the dive base, but Mind Control comes with him. Kill the Healing Ward. The tower will do that for him. And Gabby is just wasting the time of Team Liquid. He'll die under the tier 4 towers. The kill does go the way of Matumban, but damn! Liquid, they just kept going on TNC.
They still look like one of the best teams in the world.
They create the space, you ping the same level of communication you need in your pubs to tell your core, hey, let's go in for this. The blasting in towards mid, jump forward, they look for the Kunkka once again with the Static Link. So much damage under the Ignis and the Blinding Light. They look for a save, but the Snowball, he'll come back out of it, and Tims realizes the horrible situation. He has a Matumman bearing down with 113 stolen damage. They even looking to go deeper over towards the Timbersaw. Matumman won't be able to catch up to him. Gabby's already left the fight.
They're just so smart about waves. It's so frustrating playing against Liquid because you feel like you're not actually battling the team, you're battling the creep waves that inevitably find their way onto your side of the map, no matter how far ahead you are. 4K advantage for
Ping's
Liquid.
Coming out.
Arcane Rune on GH.
Sentry on Observer, they come up to the high ground, and once again Kunkka, the primary target. They don't want the boat. The Chain Frost is good, but the BKBs are protecting them. The boat will hit by the Ignis. It causes so many problems, there's no one that can focus on it. Kunkka's on the run, but Matumman's going to solo him down, while further to the south, that's where the bigger fight happened. 2 heroes drop. Now they move their attention over towards Gabby. On the run, you are just slowing down every cooldown you've got with Chakra into the Juggernaut. Gabby's down. Timbersaw is the only thing he can do for his team. Creep skip it out. Delayed this game.
You have a Scotty Terrorblade. Like, the Juggled once again did nothing but tickle. I don't know how TNC get back into this with Liquid playing as sharp as they are.
And you can see the way that Liquid were drawing the lines. It's like, okay, guys, we need to push in this top lane. It's our most exposed racks. Gabby, is there fortification not available? He'll actually take the top range racks. They need to push this out. They can't allow this to continue.
You could push here if you're Liquid, but you have a lot of gold saved up. You're near Satanics. You have 4,000 gold on both Razor and TB.
And with no Aegis Immortal and just the cheese, they've lost that big advantage. But Shadow, they got Tombstone down. Kuro's got the Death Tombstone. He wants to try and BM this fight. Here comes your ship. Shadow has to back off. He'll be hit by it, but Matoman just moves in with Mind Control. They start the static link. Not a lot of stolen damage. Lich will have to buy back. The Ignis protecting them to kill off this mid-melee Rax. That's all Liquid wants. The Chain Frost will not bounce. Mind Control slowly walk down far enough to get it out the other way. Remember, Shadow also, he's holding on to that Sunder. They'll flip him. He's got the life steal if he wants it, but with the BKB protection and Matoman just being an absolute baller, they've already got the first kill. They'll move for a second with the Plasma Field. They kill off the buyback of Ninja Boogie. So dieback from him. Timber Chain away will protect the Timber Saw. Gabby, 4-star down. Matoman still saw 131 points of damage from him.
Just pinged it out. They were a little distracted chasing kills, so they're going to rotate towards bottom where the tier 3 is targetable.
Yep.
Lich is down forever. No buyback.
So no Chain Frost from him. Conquer Ship's already back up. You still got Omnislash available. Metamorphosis is now just run out and they make the most of it. Instantly jumping onto Terrorblade. He still needs a Sunder target. He needs one. Where is one? He found it. It's Timber Saw. He was loaded up. Oh no, Shadow. Not what he wants. Now Razor has to do the hard work. Consumes the cheese. Already took 250, 262 damage. He's ready to pump it in under the cover of this second Ignis of GH. They will try and fight. Then take a second lane of Rax. Timber comes back out again, but Razor, you'll just start all over with the BKB protection. Kuro actually gets the kill against Tims thanks to the Storm Bolt and the War Cry of Mind Control. Even God Strength, they want to keep this pressure up. Armel so low on mana, so low on everything. But Matumba, remember what you came for. Objective-based gaming. That melee Rax must go down. One more attack will do it. And now they can leave. Blink, but not too early. You know, BKB, and that'll cancel. The X marks the spot back. Liquid got 2 lanes of Rax, and the only lane they haven't taken now is that top.
At a certain point, you are a counter to Jug. He cannot kill you.
Speaking of Jug,
you kill everything.
I mean, speaking of Conquer, we weren't really speaking of him. Up on top lane, he'll run away. Dust is not in range, so he's away to safety. But the rest of the support coming in from TNC. 4 heroes smoked up. Observer wards get planted down.
Control.
The Illuminate slants forward. They really want to get this kill onto GH in the back lines. Remove the Ignis, but he 4-stars up. He may even still be able to get it down. GH blinks down and then gets the Ignis. Gabby's Omnislash. It does absolutely nothing. While Shadow has the high ground and all the illusions. Rior is in the middle of Team Liquid. He'll be able to get up the hill, but they chase him down with a reflect. They want this kill on Timber Saw, and Mind Control is there to cancel the Timber Chain out. We can jump back over to the Matumberman show. He's looking towards the snowballing Tims, protected by Ghost Scepter, but that just lets Matumberman have more time to steal the damage and pump it into Tims. He can't even get out of range of the static link with a great shards. Gabby is battling his own one. Why are we having this? I feel like we're watching like WWF right now. We got one battle in this corner, another battle in this corner. Gabby has to creep skip, begins his spin TP out, and this will be successful.
In the meantime,
up atop,
this is going to be a dead Rax, most likely. 23,000 gold lead for Team Liquid.
Unless Conquer can get a huge hit, he's looking for it. Starts with a ship, the Torrent, but then Warcry. So much life, even for the illusions, they can't get through it. Mind Control can just tank it in, and the Omni Slash, oh, it does, well, little. There's actually nothing to be had here. Sven will fall. Kuro does drop down the Tombstone. Armel burns the BKB, but he's out of mana. And Matumberman, it's his show timing. They just go forward. So much stolen damage. Pump it into the Lich. Pump it into the Juggernaut. He has to spin just in case, but Matumberman, he's going in deep. He wants the kill on Gabby. A little too deep.
He's got Satanic.
He needs something, but yeah, with a Satanic, he can get more life, but they're just flipping him around. Yule Scepter something. Matumberman, he didn't want to do it. He'll end up dying, but they do claim Mega Creeps. But Matumberman's having a bit of fun. Time for Shadow to do exactly the same. BKB's up. Still no Metamorphosis, but it's Mind Control. Huge damage thanks to that Daedalus. Just cleaving through. Armel. Now Gabby's turn to stand there on the front lines. He's got the Moonshot for the attack speed. Another 3-man stun. And the buyback of Matumba puts him on the front lines. A Tusker Snowball will save his life for the moment, but he goes Matumba and blinks back down towards the pit. Mind Control just throwing out stuns left, right, and center, but they're looking for the win. They're looking for the tier 4 towers. Liquid have played this game so patiently, and now they just need it to end.
Get ready for the blink double Ignis Fatus. GH is ready. He's watching and waiting. They're going to try and wipe him one more time.
Together. Number 1, number 2. He caught 3. Juggernaut will spin back out of it, but everyone else goes absolutely nowhere. GG. Liquid will take game 1 against TNC. Still smart play from both teams, but Liquid just brute forced it over.
I mean, even though they're playing with the stand-in Liquid, just seem a tier above TNC.
It's going to feel really good in terms of the mid matchup, but it's also in this game, I think it's going to feel a little on the slow side.
I'm sure GH is perfectly capable of leading him around by the hand, but you've got to expect them to be at least a second or two slow.
It was when we first saw this pick come up. We're like, okay, how is this actually going to function? The tether is up, and now Shadow, he's too far away. He's actually going to give away first blood up on the top lane. Couldn't stick around with the IO, and GH just tries to get what he can, but it doesn't work.
That combination takes a very long time to come online, and I again point to Armel on the win condition, not the setup. Not the guy that's got to make all the moves. I love when this guy is in a position where all he has to do is play around his teammates, not vice versa.
Literally exactly what they're doing. SP's charging up, going to try and create a little bit more space. Double hoof stomp, but here comes your Spirit Breaker right into the Centaur. They'll get a secondary Rocket Barrage off, but that Centaur is so damn tanky. He's got the boots to get a little bit more distance away too. Another Rocket Barrage, but they work together, but still, it moves around the Grimstroke, and then a charge forward. Kuro mad cowing under the tier 1 tower, working with Shadow. GH and Shadow both find these kills and even force the TP up from Ninja Boogie. The Lich will join the lane. He's half a level in front of Mind Control, and he's still got the creep wave coming into mid lane. SP's charging forward. Is keeping information on Armel. Matumba will tank through this. He got Anchor Smash off cooldown in 1 second time. Armel able to juke it around inside the tree line. But the SP wants to keep going. Matumba, he's got Gush. This is almost like a classic Jimmy build. You go for the bottle on Tidehunter, you've always got this never-ending Gush that you can just pump out while up on top lane. GH can tether away to a defensive Shadow. And Kuro's got charge off cooldown in 2 seconds time. So even if they get aggressive up on top, which TNC want to, is 15 seconds till runes, they're going to find a different target. The sentries try and block it. There's your charge forward. Grimstroke cancelled out. The homing missile will switch targets down to the Centaur, which traps him for the moment on top of the bounty rune. Even a first hit bash. Sure that this is why the Frost Shield is up and why the Frost Shield is so good. You get the War Stomp off, but is this really worth it? You're going to lose your Centaur. 5-6 charges available. They won't use it. And Shadow is now up to 3 kills. The bounty runes will go the way of TNC. I'll give you points for the Game of Thrones reference. Yeah, this is really nice for Tidehunter to take. The Courier's even flying over the top of it. One more Anchor Smash and he claims it all. Now Grimstroke will try and do something about it. Spirit Breaker moves down south. Remember, there is still the Tidehunter Ravage. They kind of want to have the fight, so you charge forward into Ninja Boogie. One more bash from Kuro would probably help him out. Matumba, okay, he doesn't care. He commits the Ravage. They know they'll get the kill. I actually cannot believe just how easily Mind Control is also not being touched. This guy's been playing fantastic this tournament, and you're giving him free farm. And Faceless Void is one of these heroes that cannot contest him without support. And they're going to try it. He's got Chronosphere available. This is before the Darkseer has any kind of real defensive items. He went for Arcanes as well as for Soaring, but Chrono's out. He tried to get the charge off. The Iron Shell is on the Spirit Breaker. So now we'll see just how well it can work. Not pulled back in, and Gabby gets a double kill. This is fantastic for him. This will speed up his damage output by increasing the speed of the Mask of Badness.
But Void was level 8. He got a lot of farm on that creep camp and behind that wave. He does die for it, but still fine. Plenty of net worth.
Top
70
lane.
CS.
SP's charging forward. They got homing missile to combine it, so one of these sons will be able to connect. Spirit Breaker, the hoof stomp, keeps them away for a bit, but with the call down and the Rocket Barrage, and they're keeping them alive. GH is Fairy Fire popping, so they can stay on top of the Gyrocopter. Then underneath the tower for Tims, Armel, he'll TP in to be involved in this fight. Spirit Breaker wants to charge forward, but Armel, so much damage in Liquid. You talk over aggression on bottom, they do the same up on top.
Until the Tide and Gyro, I can't believe I'm saying Tide, you know, physical damage items, but until they come online, it's really all about the pick-off. The team fights do not favor them.
Smoke's going to break, a quick jump up high, but it was Kuro who was down in the tree lines. They're putting already the stun onto the Faceless Void. Slowed down, they're underneath Shrine, makes it difficult. The Shrine did get popped off, and now, Ravage available. Charging forward towards the Grimstroke, get the chaining stun, so no follow through. Ninja Boogie is in pretty deep. That they put down 2 Observer Wards on this run, both away from any of the camps, so nothing will be blocked.
I don't know if Liquid knows that happened. We'll see. Usually, if they sniff out some wards, they immediately buy sentries, but they did not in this case. And oh, Chain Frost!
Yeah, it's Ninja Boogie going for the solo. GH and Shadow trying to split up, but they're very tanky. Chain Frost is good, but IO is better.
Yeah, that was very ambitious. Respect,
just kill top.
He's probably dead from that position anyway.
Time dilation, Mask of Madness, chaining stuns, way too good. Kuro does even pop the one charges. Felt like he was not going to live through that, but he still wanted to burn it.
Yeah. Maybe 2 to 4 minutes after Centaur does, and then it's so easy for them to find kills on the Wisp, on the Spirit Breaker, on anyone they want, pretty much.
Well, they're waiting for the gank over on Rio, and that's why Tidehunter Invis Rune, gush him up, holding the Nether Strike. He knew the Stampede was going to be coming, but Gabby goes in for the Chronosphere. That's very tanky here. Oh, no! Shadow's going to arrive with the cooldown. Faceless Void and the Tinker both going down. Not where he wanted to be. The homing missile will switch targets over towards Tim's under the tower. Where's it go now? It ain't to the Lich. Oh boy, that's one of those replays that you probably don't want to see, but you do want to see.
Like, you get charged, and it becomes child's play for Liquid to isolate you, pick you off immediately. Like, you relocate on a charged support, they are dead before they can cast a spell. And look at the warding from Liquid as well. They have total control now of the TNC jungle.
Which is funny because it goes the other way. That TP did not complete from the Tinker. He was beating onto the creep wave, but the Anchor Smash kills it off. And now you see Tide try and sustain, look for the vac into the Ravage. Darkseer, he's holding it for the moment. It's Iron Shells onto the Tidehunter. Surge is not available to move him forward, but it doesn't matter when you got Spirit Breaker starting up the initiation. They're all grouped up nicely, 5 heroes together, but Centaur, he wants to fight. Stampede off, but the Ravage, Tide just breaks free so quickly that Soulbind, it catches Io. Shadow can't do anything. It was a perfect double Chain Frost from the Lich.
That initial chrono that we saw the first time was just a hard commit. You can't play like that. Kite the Tide, kite the Spirit Breaker, find your stronghold around the Tinker March, and get that Soulbind off. You have double laser, double Chain Frost, double edge.
Oh,
you're gonna find kills.
Now we'll see just how tanky they can be. Kuro charging forward, hits on 2. They'll back into a double Anchor Smash, not to mention a 3-man wall. Kuro started this fight with 250 HP. He's barely alive, and they'll stick together to get not 1, not 2, but they'll look for the 3rd kill. Faceless Void, is there a charge of darkness? You're looking to move in, but it doesn't matter. Shadow already gets the revenge into Gabby. And Tinker does add a lot of pressure on top lane, however, so Liquid is still back into recovery.
You want to abuse vision, abuse the initiator's advantage. You don't want to be in a position, like, armor's not going to help. You're going to die to Tinker, right? You just gotta find these guys.
Io and Gyro, they're in trouble. Faceless Void started up for the Chronosphere, won't get it. And GH, he moves perfectly to the side. They'll tether over now. The hook stop is over on the Gyrocopter. The rocket spam is just kicking in non-stop. Now you're Chrono both. The Lich Chain Frost will not work, however. Darkseer, he's got the back, he's got the Iron Shells. They've kept him alive!
Oh
Shadow is up! 60 HP was all he needed. Void goes down. You'll have the Centaur join him as well. 9 HP he drops to. 1 charge up. Blink Dagger comes off cooldown. And it looks like Liquid don't have the vision. Oh yeah, they do. The Observer Ward's inside the lane. Gush forward, won't matter. And Tidehunter just continued to just run forward looking for more.
Okay, I like the Dagon because of the Soulbind. I like Ags as well because of the Soulbind. It's kind of a preference thing, and you know, you will be able to blow up the Wisp, but this is a huge ask for Armel. He's got to do nearly all of the damage.
Look at that movement speed. Never really think about that combination. Spirit Breaker surge forward as he charges Soulbind and the double Chain Frost. You can think of that combination. You will lose Kuro. Matumba will get the Ravage off. It's a 1-for-1 trap, but now here comes Shadow in the cooldown off target, and they're locked together with their own Chronosphere. Darkseer tries to create space, backing around, actually pulling Centaur into the middle of the Chronosphere. GH, Bullcrab, he's still alive at 150 HP, and Shadow, BKB's up, the flak and damage spills out, allowing him to get the kill over on the Lich, but he's lost his entire team, needs to rock a barrage back, and Gabby senses it coming. Time walks away, and TNC, what a fantastic fight for them. I don't think, we've seen no hero ever reach 9,000 damage. Apart from maybe Pudge during Year of the Beast.
That's true.
Then it was 9,000 damage.
I mean, Bulldog does get a lot of viewers nowadays. Bear in mind, those are 2 fights now. Oh, Void first.
Yeah,
no Ravage,
Relocate's coming in. He'll jump up, but that's why Shadow was already there. And you've got support. The Soulbind is out, and here goes your double Chain Frost. They want to split. GH just has to tank it. Shadow is the BKB to protect himself, and then TP out. No, they fear they pull him back in again. The BKB wore off. Man, I don't know if they had the confidence not to use the Chrono. They knew the timing, but double kill, Ninja Boogie.
You've got to abuse the TNC's support duo before the fight starts.
Great Observer Ward that's actually up and out of range of the 2 Sentry Wards that Liquid put down. So they see Kuro trying to run in. Roshan very low, 1k HP. Tidehunter silenced up for the moment. GH as Aya is now going to work with him. And then the Chronosphere, 2 of them caught. Roshan brought down, and maybe with the Soulbind, is there any kind of control? It's just all control on Io. He never had a chance. It wasn't even Soulbind. It was a simple silence, and then Tinker does the rest. They know this fight's going to get harder. Level 15 arrived on Io, so you got the Tether Ground Scepter bonus, even high ground defense. Even if GH does what he did before and teams up with the Tidehunter, then you're giving him more buffs. And Tide, he has so much information. He'll go for the Gush, but it's actually as Tinker TP's out, the Grimstroke, Soulbinds, gets the double silence, and here we go again! Another Chain Frost! The Ravage will at least catch out on 2, but Armel's back into the tree. Charges up, they can see where he's going, but a Chronosphere, it cleans them up. And Shadow, he wants to help out the back, keeping Gabby off the back of Tidehunter so he can move forward. He wants the Tinker, saving the Anchor Smash for it. They break the Aegis to the Immortal, and where's the help? Centaur can't do anything, so you'll bring him back up again. A time walk down, then maybe with the charge, it will cancel off any kind of extra effect that comes from the Stampede. Too good, and they're right on top of him. They burn through Gabby. He goes down, never got that BKB off.
He got it delivered. I thought he might pop it to try and save his own life, but alas, I think Armel he was a bit too greedy there. He gets the kill on Wisp. You've got to cycle back. Expect that at some point in this fight you're going to be charged, and he got that TP interrupted with a full second or two left.
TP that's going to get cancelled.
Oh no.
And Spirit Breaker. You'll play with him for a little bit. TP support's coming over from Gyro. Now I'm actually really waiting to see the tether over. Yeah, come on, Kuro. What have you got else left? It's just, how hard can you push him? Centaur, he's taunting. He knows he's going to die, but at least he'll do it with style. A hoof stomp down, but Matumba's Anchor Smash. So much damage when he's also got the Desolator.
You only have 1 BKB and it's on the Void. Now you have 3 heroes. The Break, all the Strength heroes can theoretically hunt the Tinker and find him. And then there could even be a relocate on top if necessary.
This Observer Ward is doing so much. They know they're farming up the Ancients, and they lock them together. Here's your combination! Mind Control tries to do something. Jumping on the Tinker on the back, but double buybacks. They're going to try and turn this one around. GH and Shadow moving forward. Gabby, he's jumped down, begins his own TP. They go after the Centaur. He's down in the trees. Blink off cooldown a couple of seconds time.
Oh my god, they're so fast!
Yeah, remember?
Did you see that?
Tethered together. You hold the same movement speed as each other.
Yeah, it was 839. When surged. Holy shit.
Maybe this is that time you get AoE surge on the Darkseer. Actually, isn't even required. They just relocate down, find the kill over on Centaur. Kuro kept with the gank. And now you look towards the mid lane.
I imagine the Tidehunter just to remove the Kraken shell, but it does not feel like the most effective use of that gold on Void.
You want to hit Ire maybe? Like, is that the way?
I wouldn't mind an Ags in this game, and that is what he has queued up, but I feel like the Maelstrom first just to scale better.
Look at that surge up from Mind Control. He sees him with the Sentry Ward, breaks the smoke over on the Centaur, and they want to try and fight this one. They're trying to stay separated. Here's your call out, completely wasted with a Ravage. Actually catching Face's Void. The Time Walk didn't get him down the hill. He was too short, not enough length. They go for more with that Nether Strike, pushing back the big hero in the fights for TNC, taking out Tim's. No Soulbind, no control, no Wombo combo, and now Liquid take Roshan.
Usually he's relegated to that support core, right? You know, the Vipers, the Necros. He doesn't get a chance to strut his stuff, but
yeah,
he's below the Darkseer in net worth.
He'll get it later. But now he's currently being charged, and that's a very quick, that's a 814 movement speed. Spirit Breaker, Relocate comes in, and Kuro, he connects. The TP is cancelled. No point burning the BKB. Down for 80 seconds. The Faceless Void is gone.
Unless you totally, utterly dominate your opponents, it's gonna go to 30, 40 minutes plus. And Faceless Void has got 3, he went Mask, Shadowblade, BKB, that's great, but you've lost a couple fights now, and you're suddenly a non-factor, and you're unable to get more items.
Look at that speed! This Gyrocopter, he's popped the rockets instantly. Tim just explodes. He'll buy back in deep. Double hoofstomp. This is nice. Where's the combination? The Chronosphere! Gabby got it. But however, the follow, Matumba's Ravage makes it difficult. Gabby's just fighting for himself, but he does kill up the Io. They've lost that amplification, but Gabby, he cannot fight against Matumba. That is way too strong. Has to run away, but another hoofstomp. Just try and delay the attack. Keep the racks alive. Soulbind not available. BKB from Shadow. Now it will be popped. They still want to try and fight. Negative armor on the Centaur, and that's why he just evaporates all health, but no protection. The racks is gone, and that's enough for Liquid. They'll back up with no IO. This is huge. TNC could still hold, but it's a rough ask.
It looks so promising for TNC, and
it really
it's
did.
deceptive because they're winning fights, but then you think, wait, where were the objectives? Where was the building damage? And how much easier is it for Liquid to close out games?
Just watch this Tidehunter damage go through the roof. He's already a plus 359. And, okay, double chrono. Here's the Wallbar combo. Hit him in the pit. 2 heroes down. Spirit Break is gone. No way that Liquid can reply that fast enough. He was just looking at the DD and saying, oh, this would be nice to grab.
It's not so large, and yeah, you got a Rax too, but against Tinker, that's relatively irrelevant. He's always going to be able to keep that lane shoved. In fact, even against the super creeps, he's got the creep wave bottom on the tier 2. They run under the ward, though. This could be good for TNC.
Observer and Sentry, do they want to try and fight this? They're together. There's the hoofstomp. They need the double combination, but Centaur, they do actually hit it with a soul bind, but once again, the Ravage pops off, and that Lich Chainfrost bounces around, but it goes the opposite direction with everyone together. Shadow gets the double kill underneath the shrine. TNC die. 5 heroes. They were in that, and 4 of them died. Tidehunter finally gets out of the tree line. I think he was waiting for the Tinker to jump into the tree line and just get that instant kill. So the lane of Rax now on top is gone. Both sidelines taken care of, and they get the buyback from the Faceless Void. But
Shadow is 10,000 gold.
Yeah, he wants to... Okay, maybe he should spend some of that. But the push is coming into the mid lane. The tier 3 tower, he's buying it up now. But Liquid, they want to jump. No Ravage available, but a Daedalus on the Tidehunter. You look for that damage. Great hoofstomp, catching 3. Soulbind him. The Chainfrost should be pretty damn good as well. But Ninja Boogie, they don't actually have anything. The Soulbind can't be there because you don't have the Grimstroke alive. I look for it, and there's like nothing.
And they wouldn't even matter if he was. There's no Chronosphere available, and we've seen just how fast he dies if he's attacked for even a few moments by these Liquid cores.
Now
Refresher.
You've got... Refresher Sharper Tide, so you got double Ravage, you got double BKBs for him to stay immune. Sure, why not? They got no direct damage now, TNC, to kill off Shadow.
Yeah, and they have 2 pipes.
Stomp. Try and hold him in position. Looking for the follow-up stuns, but Lotus Orb will protect Shadow. Homing missiles, jumping forward. All 3 go towards the Centaur. Call down. That seems a little preemptive as the Chronosphere on bottom lane. They're catching Matumba. He cannot get anything off, but then he just uses buyback. They actually have no Chronosphere now, buying BTs. Why do I just feel like I got debated?
The status resist on this Gyrocopter, my god, he's getting stunned for all of like a second and a half.
There's your Ravage, #1, instantly removing off the Grimstroke. His buyback's available, and they need the extra control. A double stun from Kuro, but here comes your Ravage. Matumba, next up, he'll break free instantly, and they're a little bit too far away from Gabby. He jumps forward, but there's no Chronosphere. He has to bounce back instantly. The damage is just so high. GH actually has the tethered ability. He was doing more damage than I've seen the Faceless Void do. Another hoofstomp forward. They look towards the Centaur. Armel jumps in deep. BKB will protect him. He'll actually re-arm and blink further away, trying to fight underneath their own tier 4 towers. Now the charge forward. Damn, they move fast. Through the Centaur, through the Void, and in through to the next round. They will take the Fountain, and Team Liquid keep their lower bracket hopes alive. They already got knocked down by Team Secret. Sifform got their winner's bracket position, but Liquid move forward to face up against Fnatic in the lower bracket round 3, and they do it with confidence.
That was the Shadow Show, and obviously his team playing excellent, but
that was possibly the worst high five. Show a replay of just that all the time.